We're starting off our funky blues in G with some sophisticated extensions. First off is our run-of-the-mill G ninth chord, followed by a G6 or a G13th chord inversion. This one has the F in the bass. You could call this a G6 over F. Now this trick is often used by Robin. Play an inversion of the chord with the flatted seventh of the chord in the bass. Now the root of the chord is being played by the bass player, and it sits at least an octave lower. So there's quite a big distance between the bass note G and the first note up of our chord, the flatted seventh F. Now that the dominant seventh character of the chord is laid down in our ears, I can have some fun adding some extra extensions. For instance, turning the chord into a G sus2, again with the F in the bass. Add a quick melodic change to a G6-9, and I have my uptown groovy backup part. The trick is to extend the dominant seventh chord and create melodies within the chord progression or with the top notes of these shapes. In the second bar, we're going to town with triads on the top strings. We're taking those triads from the Mixolydian scale of the chord that we're on, in this case a G ninth chord. So that's your G ninth Mixolydian scale, flatted seventh. The first one is a G dominant seventh chord without the root. So you've seen that one before. The root actually sits on string 4, and that bottom root G is left out to create a transparent melody. Next up is an A minor triad, which stems from the G Mixolydian scale. And we end this short syncopated chord melody with a G major triad. Of course, also part of the G Mixolydian scale. This is the complete backup part on G. This complete backup part is then moved up to C, and you're starting off with the C ninth chord up there. Now the triads that you're playing now are taken from the C Mixolydian scale. So the first one, again, C seventh without the root, then a D minor triad, and then a C triad. On the 5 and 4 chords in bars 9 and 10, we're adding some jazz to a cliché Chicago backup part using sixth intervals. The chord on beat 1 is a D ninth chord. It's on the top 4 strings with the flatted seventh C in the bass. And move the sixth interval in the middle of the chord up 2 frets. Add the top note D, slide back again. So give these tricks a shot. Play inversions of chords with the flatted seventh in the bass, and add some melodies to your backup part by using extended chord shapes.